whaamama avenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi, mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa, au tapu ni ai ofisa mo le whaava yaso. Whaonga nei lola na waunanga forward ta ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua i whaingo fia lava. Na le tipose mai lava lau se leni mato account, o le whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga i Samoa. E ia inga i tahu na whaamalia ina. Mo nisi whaamatalanga i le nei au nanga fo. Bala au le telefoni o valu se lau o tasi o nono. Po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa i le valu tolu o.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
Ole si tūlanga pitusili o le tāua. Ole lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. Ona whaangā le whaatau o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa suma fua tau e lisia sa. Ni fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au ngā fo e ala mai le talo fo voucher. Ila wana whaakau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua maua le apasusi o se wa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie, a me se le te whelua i mana o telefoni tai mi uma. Ai lo le lafo me le cash o na inu e leo tamao le ainga.
Whaatea tu lava le talo pa voucher mo le foi au ngā fo whaatai. Ma loa lava le taumpai.
Tai talo pa voucher.
Teki talo pa voucher.
Talofa lava everyone, malore so for mama langi e mama. It's Friday, woohoo! And I'm super excited that it's Friday today, and thank you so much to everyone for tuning in.
It's Happy Friday today, guys. So we've made it through another week in lockdown. So well
goodness.
done, everyone, for hanging in there and for also adhering to the level 3 rules. So just a wee reminder that we are still in level 3. I know the weekend's going to be really nice, but try to pop or burst those bubbles just yet.
No, I know everyone's on edge and looking for that place to kind of relax. Head over to the beach. Don't worry about the nightclubs. Not just yet. But look, if you've only just tuned in for the very first time, here on BluTable Talanoa, it's Live and Breathe Pacific, where we want to showcase the many stories and experiences of our proud and colourful Pacific communities, and we've had some awesome guests here.
Yes.
Yep. And yesterday we did have Tufa Atasi Manu Rewa, the team that are getting behind the vaccination drive. And again, I just want to remind everyone that it's okay. Ultimately it is your choice. I'm not saying to go. All I'm saying is really think about it, right, Claudia?
Yeah, like Bear said, it is ultimately your choice. And regardless of what you decide, we're all friends. So let's not, turn into the, anti-vaxxer, pro-vaxxer.
I know. Let's work together. I mean, look, I'm still friends with a few people that are not 100% behind the vaccine, but I'm sure that as time goes by that they will. We were just watching a video clip of a young Pacific Tongan boy who decided he was going to finally get it done because he wants to get on with life, and that's like me. I just want to get out there and have some fun. I'm missing Rainbow's End.
By fun, do you mean the nightlife?
Rainbow's End and
the night version.
Chipmunks. Yeah, and maybe the night version. That's right. If you don't get vaccinated, you're going to keep dragging on the lockdown. Yes. And I'm going to be on edge because I'm really, really keen on getting out there and having some fun. More so to enjoy the music. I'm not sure if everyone heard earlier on or seen the post. We had a quick live with Tui today, but unfortunately, not enough of you voted for Tui to jump on the show. So sadly, he's gonna prepare for his show today. So.
Yes. But guys, like Bear was saying, BluTable Podcast with Pea and Claudia is all about showcasing all the huge, amazing success stories and colourful stories that we have in the Pacific community. But we're also about keeping things real. So we love to give a platform to all businesses, and we thought today, why not give a platform to our nightclubs that I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone to but are not saying it out loud.
I know. And my mum was like, today she's ole, ale, me. And I know normally everyone's like, oh, really, a nightclub? Guys, we've all been there. Don't lie to me, guys. Don't lie. I've seen you there dancing like this. But guys, just remember, it is also a place where musicians get to play live, and we get to enjoy that. And that's what I miss. That the musicians, the up and coming musicians as well. Just think about that. Really, why do we frown upon clubs?
And this in no means that we are promoting you guys, drinking.
No,
we're not promoting that at all.
What?
We're just giving a platform to all businesses because we do know that a lot of the entertainment businesses, the entertainment industry are struggling at the moment.
That's
so
right.
we need to hear from their side of the story.
Exactly.
As well.
And look, I wanted to say a massive shout out to Jules, who's been helping me with, getting a few things sorted. Jules, I'm pretty sure is missing the nightlife too.
And Julie has tuned in, so hi, Julie.
And also to Flora. But man, you know what? You know what else the clubs have provided? A space for our families to fundraise money to, for whatever event you've got going on. And I just, they love to support our community. And talking about support, I do want to say a massive, massive shout out to our sponsors, Pacific Easy Money Transfer, the safe and secure way to send your funds over to Samoa. Also Pacific Fori, the beautiful Falute, the online solutions to help our remote businesses in Samoa as well. The Pacific Business Hub, Sei Oriana, Maota o Samoa, and of course Seki Works, proudly owned and operated by Pacific. So a massive shout out to our awesome sponsors for your love and support, man.
Definitely. And it's Friday, it's been a long week. You've been giving it 100% to everything that you've been doing. And it's Friday when I've got my earphones in and I'm not listening to anything. So I'm just going to take that out of my ear.
But look, guys, should we get straight into it? I think we should bring on our special guests today. I'm super excited.
I'm really excited. And a shout out to Patrick from For the Boys Podcast, who has also just tuned in.
Lucky he did it. Guys, we need your help.
Because you know that we've got the nightclubs on. Is that why you tuned in?
Are you wondering what questions Bear's going to ask? I'm wondering what I'm going to ask too. Hey guys, what time do you open tonight? But guys, we almost forgot. We still need your help. Pea and Claudia, BluTable Talanoa, Blue TV, Blue Wave have been nominated for a New Zealand Podcast Award, and we couldn't have done it without
We didn't even think they would actually be nominated, let alone being in the finals. But like Bear said, we really still please need your help. We are up against a really big fishes in the industry, so it's super easy. It takes a couple of seconds. All you need to do is go to nzpodcastawards.com. Select a podcast, then submit us as your vote for the Listener's Choice Award. So the name of the podcast is Podcast with Pea and Claudia, your email address, and then the link to our Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/Blue Wave.
Honestly, it's super easy, and you're probably wondering, guys, it's a New Zealand award. And can you imagine what we could do for, we're smashing down barriers for the next generation. And, I'm super excited, and I'm hoping that you are super excited too. And I want to say a massive shout out to all of our viewers, because without you, this wouldn't have been possible.
Exactly. And you can vote more than once, guys. So you can vote every single day, every hour, every minute. We don't have a lot going on during lockdown at the moment. So guys, if you could please show us some support and love, as you always have, we would really appreciate it. But I think we go into that break now.
I know I'm going to go and get changed, do my hair, get my heels on, get my clubbing clothes on, because I'm so ready for this talanoa. I want to know what's going on in the clubs. Stay tuned, guys.
Tau tua male au nanga remote tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau teu tuina lo ta vale, ma le tele unisio matu au nanga i sesi. Ai le ngata foi le, ma tau te seke ina fo i lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow mau lau tapan. Apa itu awal baik pak ulusa? Awalnya telepon, matu tu siapa lah yang voice mau lau tapan. Mulu no posila Fiafia. Mua tapi lau tapan le Pea out. Mua tapi lau telefon ni time me utu ina lau tapan. Mal vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo? E matua I whaasaina, lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga whapeni. Ota Samoa, ore maota mo Samoa. Mato te Fiafia e au na pea mo oi Samoa. Maftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Whaamama avenga le nei ma le Pacific Easy mo au tupe whaamomoli Samoa au tapu ni ai ofisa mo le whaawa yaso. Whaonga nei lola na waunanga forward ta ua o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking o le matua I whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni mato account o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga I Samoa. E ia inga I tahu na whaamaleina. Mo nisi whaamatalanga I le nei au nanga fo. Bala au le telefoni o valu se lau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa I le valu tolu o.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
O le si tūranga pitusili o le tāu. O le lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. O na whaanga le whaatau o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa suma fua tau e le sia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana whaatau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua maua le apususi o se wa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie. A me se le te whelua I malau telefoni. Tai mi uma. Ai lo le lafo me le cash o na inu e leo tamao le ainga.
Whaatea tu lava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo whaatai. Ma lua lava le tampai.
Tai talo pa voucher. Teki talo pa voucher. Uma. Ai lo le lafo me le cash o na inu e leo tamao le ainga.
Whaatea tu lava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo whaatai. Ma lua lava le tampai.
Tai talo pa voucher. Teki talo pa voucher.
Le whaamama avenga le nei ma le Pacific Easy mo au tupe whaamomoli Samoa au tapu ni ai ofisa mo le whaawa yaso. Whaonga nei lola na waunanga forward ta ua o le direct transfer. A whai o yesa o membership card mai e whaongaina le internet banking o le matua I whai ngofia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni mato account o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga I Samoa. E ia inga I tahu na whaamaliaina. Mo nisi whaamatalanga I le nei au nanga fōu. Bala au le telefoni o valu se lau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa I le valu tolu o.
Everyone, and welcome back to this glorious Friday afternoon here on BluTable Podcast with Pea and Claudia. And I'm so excited. And I know Bea's a little bit nervous because today we're going to have the owners of the South Auckland nightclubs on our show. Now
Just
we do
a few,
We've got two.
We've got two today.
Ariel, who is going to be joining us. She is the co-owner of Fiafia nightclub in Papatoetoe. And I know a lot of you guys watching probably like, oh yeah, I know that club.
Oh yeah, I know
that club.
I know that club.
I
bet you do.
And then hopefully Sunny will be joining us shortly. But, you know, we were just talking to Ariel off air shortly. And you might not remember, but, you know, Ariel as a bartender at our nightclub, she remembers everything.
Yeah, guys.
So you gotta be careful. But Ariel, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Talofa lava and welcome. You know, please welcome yourself. Please introduce yourself to all our viewers.
Hi guys, my name's Ariel. I'm the bartender / sometimes occasional manager at Fiafia nightclub. Yeah, it's nice to meet you all.
Oh my God. Look, guys, Ariel was, we did reach out to her dad who actually owns Fiafia nightclub. But unfortunately, he actually had to work as well today. He's been in meetings all day. So I kindly asked Jules, can you please hook it up with, Ariel? But look, earlier,
I'm just going to say this, like, you know, Pea has been to Fiafia nightclub in Papatoetoe. I haven't yet, I'm going to say. But Ariel, do you recognise Pea by any chance?
Yes, she's the vodka Red Bull girl.
I'm telling you guys, you know, what happens in the club doesn't stay in the club because bartenders remember everything.
Look, fella, if you are watching, please, this is for promotional purposes. So whatever we share on today's show, it's just for a laugh. Look, sorry guys, Sunny from Le Tausala nightclub should be joining us shortly. So hopefully he joins us soon. I think he's coming through right now. Talofa lava, Sunny. Oh, there we go. Some of you may know Sunny. Sorry, Sunny. If you could just connect to Wi-Fi, the data.
To cellular data, Sunny.
Okay, it looks like we're still having. Okay, we'll keep working on that with Sunny, and I'll just send a message through to him now. But Ariel, thank you, Whawhetai Lava, for making the time for us here. Look, let's get straight into it, right? Look, we all know what it's like at a club, but why do you think your dad got into the industry?
I think it's more providing a safe place for, like, you know, Pacific Islanders or other cultures to get together and have a drink. Some nights it might be different because you get some people who can't handle their alcohol. But sometimes, you know, it's just a blast because it's just music, other people dancing, laughing, getting to know one another. It's a great place to network. Yeah. So you might meet someone there that works in a different trade that you need to get into. For example, like our side, we meet people who do tinting. So if you have cars and stuff, you can get tinters. You meet tinters, you meet other people who are builders, contractors. It's like a way for our Polynesian people to mix and mingle and help each other out instead of going to other businesses that don't really need the extra work, but those who don't. So like small businesses like our own just network and get to know each other, have a fun laugh, and it's just nice. And music always makes you happy. So it's just one of those places.
You know, Ariel, I never really thought of a club in that sense. I never really thought of it as a place to network in a safe environment with a few drinks, a few songs to get your boogie on. But that's actually really cool. It's a place to network.
Yeah, and you know what, and that's that. You know, we discussed it earlier on during the week, where and I'll be honest, Mum's been quite and Nights Club, that kind of stuff. So, but it is definitely sometimes.
Oh yes, I think we can hear Sunny now.
Oh, there we have Sunny on
right now. Hold on.
There we go. Sorry.
Talofa Sunny, can you hear us?
I think
Yep, we can hear you.
Talofa Sunny.
I think I've got it. Okay.
Sorry, thanks to all of our viewers for being patient with us as it is lockdown, and I hope Sunny doesn't say anything about me while he's trying to connect.
But I don't know.
Talofa lava Sunny.
Short video. Zoom.
Now, while we wait for Sunny to connect,
846-423.
Ariel, how would you describe your nightclub?
Everything said here, but I can't connect to them.
Fun, friendly,
846
and it's just like a
423.
Because most people believe that so there's a lot of younger generations that believe that island clubs is purely for old people. But I think that if you're a vibe, you can vibe anywhere.
Yes.
So it's regardless of what year you're born or whatever, going to a club with people you enjoy being with, it shouldn't matter which club you go to.
Now, is there such a thing as too old to go to a nightclub?
When you say being too old to go to a nightclub, it's are you too old to have fun?
Oh, I like that.
The host will let you in Zoom.
I like that answer.
Yeah, so if you're too old to have fun, then you're too old to go to a nightclub, but you should never be too old to have fun.
Yeah.
We love that. We do apologize. We are still trying to connect with Sunny. We'll just try that again. Talofa lava Sunny. Okay, no. We're just going to go into a quick break. Sorry, guys. And we will just sort everything out with Sunny. And then, there we go. Talofa.
Oh, hi, Sunny.
But I still can't hear them.
Okay, we're going to go into a quick break and then we'll be back.
Tau tua ma le au nanga remote tau sa mo service station nei tona I matu. Ma tau teu tuina lo ta vale ma le tele unisio matu au nanga ese ese. Ai le ngata foi le ma tau te sia ke ina fo I lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow mau lau tapan. Afai po vai pa olo sa. Awala te pol matu te siapa lah yang pwede mau lau tapan. Molo no po sila fia. Mua tape lau ta vale pe out. Lua tape lau telefoni il time out ina lau tapan. Mala vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo. E matua I whaasaina, lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga whapengi. Mata Samoa, ore mata mo Samoa. Mata te Fiafia e au na pea mo o Samoa. Maftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
O le whaamama awenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi, mua au tupe whaamumoli Samoa, a o tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaawa yaso. Whaonga nei lolna wa unanga forward ta ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua i whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni in mato account, o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga i Samoa. E ia inga i tahu na whaamalia mo nisi whaamatalanga i le nei au nanga fau. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono, po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa i le valu tolu o.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
O le si tūlanga pitusili o le tāua. O le lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. O na whaanga le whaatau i o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai la sa so fua tau ai le sia sa. Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo ala mai le talo for voucher. Le wana fa tau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo voucher ua mau le apususi o se wa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie, a me se le te whērua i malau telefoni, tai mi uma. Ai lo le lafo merkes o na inu e nori ta mao re ainga.
Whapea tu lava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo pa tai. Ma lo lava le tam pai.
Tai talo voucher. Teki talo voucher.
O le whaamama awenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi, mua au tupe whaamumoli Samoa, a o tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaawa yaso. Whaonga nei lolna wa unanga forward ta ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua i whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni in mato account, o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga i Samoa. E ia inga i tahu na whaamalia ina, mo nisi whaamatalanga i le nei au nanga fau. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono, po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa i le valu tolu o.
Talofa everyone. I jumped the gun there a little bit. But welcome back. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Sunny to connect, but that's just the joy of being in lockdown and experiencing.
Yes, I'm going to blame Nara. But guys, just remember that once everything is all sorted, please head over and support the awesome Sunny there, owner of Le Club Tausala. They're in Mangele. So, like Ariel said, it's a safe place to network. So up to you what you want to call network.
So next time your husband or your wife or your friend is saying, why are you going to the club again? Just say, I'm going to go to network. But Ariel, thank you so much for being on the show. We do have a question from one of our viewers who just happens to be the lovely fella. He has asked, can you find the one and only at a club? Asking for a friend.
Good question.
Well, if you can find them everywhere else, why can't you find them at a club?
Oh, hands down, you have been one of my favorite guests.
These fire answers. I'm loving them so much.
So there you go, Flora. You can find the one. Oh, was it Fala that asked that? Look, I'm just definitely going to go next to that one. Oh, look, Rena's just tuned in as well. Talofa lava to Rena and to all of the supporters of Club Tausala and Fiafia. We do apologise. Sunny, we've just had to kind of navigate through Zoom, but he wasn't able to connect with us. So next time, we're definitely going to get Sunny back on. I'm sure Claudia's got so many questions.
I do. Maybe more questions to ask offline, but Ariel, what is the biggest challenge that you and your father have faced as co-owners of a nightclub?
The biggest wouldn't really be anything to do with the club. It'd probably be like COVID, but also the challenge we face of not having time in the weekends and stuff with our kids.
Right.
That's one of the biggest ones. Like when you have kids, then you work at night, then you have no time during the day because you're usually sleeping. So sometimes you have to wake up, but as a parent, you just wake up and you do it anyway. Yeah. So I think it's less time for me and my father with our kids is what gets us the most when it comes to nightclubs.
So talking about time, can you run us through like what the weekend looks like? Because I've never really thought about how a weekend looks like for a nightclub owner. What time do you wake up? When do you do your chores or life? Like run us through like a weekend in the life of a nightclub owner.
So for a weekend for us, we actually start on Thursday because we have band practice and stuff. Then we wake up usually, because we both have full-time jobs during the week. So I go from 7:30 to 5 on a Friday. Then I come home and spend time and just get my daughter ready for my mum, who thankfully looks after my daughter on the weekends. And so from 5:30 to around 8:30, I'm spending time with my daughter, getting ready to go to the club. 8:30 to 3 is when we open and close, but we're still there probably an hour after cleaning for Saturday. So then we come home around 4:30, 5-ish, the latest. And then when we get home, sleep, then I wake up because I run a tinting company. So if I have cars on the weekend, I wake up to help my cousins do the tinting. And then I do it all again on Saturday night. My dad does the shopping on Saturday.
I don't know how you do that, to be honest.
I'm just like thinking, guys, well, there you have it. It's possible to run a business, have a family, own another business, and still work full time. I love the grind, and there you have it. So we're thinking we frown upon nightclub life, but they're just pushing through just like everyone else, and I love it.
I think everyone just frowns upon it because it has that aura of it's at a nightclub. So there's alcohol and there's things that you shouldn't be doing there. But it's not really the nightclub that's doing it. It's the person itself. So if the person is going there and doing those things, why is it the nightclub that's being affected?
Yes.
Right. I
So
love that.
it's not the nightclub that should be frowned upon. It's the person who's given you that mentality and that thought that that's what the nightclub's about.
It's that person that's in that dark corner with no light doing things they're not supposed to be doing.
Is it like that one in that corner?
It's whoever hurt you that gave you that thought. It's not the nightclub itself.
Yeah.
The nightclub's just there. It's owned by a family who's probably trying to make ends meet. And that's not their fault. And that's why I think people frown upon because, they go out on Saturday and then Sunday, then they have church the next day. If you wanted to go to church, then you would wake up even if you went out the night before.
Yeah.
The nightclub's not an excuse for you not to go to church.
Amen.
Love that, man. I'm just loving this vibe. And you're right, because you know what? I found that a lot of the time that I have spent at the club, and yes, I know that my favorite drink or beverage does involve Red Bull and something else.
I think everyone knows that now.
Everyone knows that now. But in saying that, I've met so many musicians. I've met, singers. I've met like the beautiful Karina there, who's been such a vibe. I've met so many other business owners that are there, who have supported just what fashion shows that you guys have supported, a platform for up and coming musicians. Can you talk a little bit about all the positive things that all the facility that you have and provide for our people?
So we usually have socials, and usually that money goes towards any causes. It can be for sports teams, can be for churches, it can be for schools back in the islands that don't have the funds that they need. Can also be for up and coming artists that haven't had a platform that's been offered to them for them to promote who they are, what they do, and do things that they need. So that's just the basic thing of a nightclub. It's also used as a venue, because sometimes there's halls and stuff that aren't available when your child has a 21st, when you need a wedding reception, and a nightclub is big enough to cater to all of that. So it's not just a nightclub at night. It's also like a community hall that you can ask to use for something that you or your sports team or your family or someone needs. But yeah, it's just the way you use your business is the way it will be looked upon by others. But for us, we like to sponsor rugby teams, not because, it's the thing about sponsoring. It's because my dad used to play rugby. So that used to be his passion before he had a family. So we sponsor what he's passionate about. We sponsored James Cook's Breakfast Club because my sister was head girl there. But we sponsored it because she used to come and complain to us and tell us that they didn't have enough at their breakfast club for kids to eat in the morning. And usually breakfast is the most important meal of the day to help kids function.
Yeah.
So that was the whole point around, like, you have to have a meaning for it to mean something, not just do it because it looks good.
No, Ariel, I think you're just not only just changing our minds, but I think you're changing everyone's mentality around nightclubs, because it does seem to have like a very positive effect on the community. You know, and talking about community and positive events that you've had at your nightclub, can you name drop and tell us who the biggest star or what the biggest event has been at your club?
One of the biggest stars that came through outdoors that I actually really enjoyed was Adija. We had Adija perform at our club at the beginning of the year. Our biggest internationally would be Spawn Reezy. We've had him come through. And locally, we get like a lot of talented people like Milena Lino, Rachel Mika, and Lily from Ngataula Band. They're all quite good. Like, you can't say one artist is better than another because of their social platform. Sometimes talent's hidden, and no one will know what that talent is until they show it or they get enough promoting to actually be as big as other people. But it's just how much you have isn't always the same as how much others have. So you've got to work harder. And so I think everyone who comes through our doors is on the same level, and they have that stardom or that potential to be bigger and better.
You know what, Ariel, before Bea asks her a question, I'm just going to say you are a really amazing speaker, and your mentality, I'm just in so much awe. So I'm thinking maybe you could run for like mayor or I know, right? Counselor or something. Honestly, I'm just so blown away by you.
I know. Well, Dad's definitely done, Dad and Mum have definitely done an amazing job raising such an awesome woman. Like, I mean, this is, and to all of our viewers, I mean, check this out. She owns her own business, runs her family, and she also helps her family run the club. But you're listening to Ariel share the positive part of the club that we always kind of like leave onto the side. And I think I'm actually really, really glad that I invited the business owners of the clubs today, because it's time to kind of set that the record straight. And I'm pretty sure that with the beautiful Ariel doing that, man,
definitely
on point.
Sorry, Bea, before you ask your question, I do have a question from Patrick. In the comment, he asked, he's asking on behalf of Flora apparently, but he says, Flora wants to know if dance floor injuries are covered by ACC.
That's like asking ACC if they cover your insurance being under the influence of alcohol. If you're in a car and you're driving and you're under the influence of alcohol, are you covered by insurance?
Yeah, Flora and Patrick, what Ariel said.
Guys, it looks like we've found a new place to hang out after the lockdown. Look, we're going to move along because I know everyone's got a few questions, and I'm sure fellas wanting to know what Bea really gets up to at the clubs. I just dance, guys, FYI. Look, with what has been like probably the weirdest thing that you've seen at a club?
The weirdest thing I've seen at a club is actually an old person having and enjoying the music and living life more than a young person. So you have people just standing, you have like the young ones just standing in the corner drinking their drink, and then you have like the old ladies, the beautiful old ladies just tearing up the dance floor. And like most people like, look at them, but really it's a sight to see when someone that's way older than you is just enjoying it and just dancing, living their life. Because you're like, I want that to be me when I'm older. I don't care how old I am. I still want to be able to go out with my mates, with my family, and just dance and not be judged. And seeing an old lady or an old man get on the dance floor and actually look better than all these young people is actually quite amazing.
Honestly, and I admire anyone, whether they're young or old, who can just let loose, because that takes a certain level of confidence and self-assurance to even get to that stage. But talking about older people and, people in your club. Apart from networking, like you said, nightclubs are, where you also find a man or a woman trying to pick each other up. Has there been like a common pickup line or pickup moves that you've seen happening in your club?
Usually we know that someone's trying to pick someone up when they come and ask us at the bar what that person's drinking.
Oh.
So they'll ask you because you're the bartender, so you would have served them, and they'll say, what are they drinking? And then you tell them, and they're like, can I get one? And then they'll go and give it.
Does that work?
Sometimes not. I think it just depends on the person who's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, so I've been hanging out with the wrong crowd then. No one's been buying me drinks.
No, fam, we are married. No one go buy her drinks.
Hanging out with the married club.
I know, but I'm still wanting some free drinks. No, I think I hang out with the perfect person. I hear that you're a promoter as well. She's pretty amazing. I'm sure she's watching as well, Jules. Thank you so much for shouting the drinks those nights. But look, I know that I'm not. We don't want to spend too much time on this question actually, because we all know that when you're under the influence, a lot of people are a little bit mimika. How do you make sure that your place is actually safe and free from things like fights? I know it's a negative part of it, but I know that it can be avoided because I've actually worked in the industry as well, and I've seen months and months of nights where we were just not even like dealing with any fights. There were no cops. Can you tell us what your tip has been to kind of prevent this?
So a good thing with us is we actually have 3 of us bartenders who've been working in the industry for quite a while. So the plan or the thing with us is if we can see someone who we think will cause trouble, we tend to put a security around that area and just like observe. But sometimes you get those ones who aren't even involved, that just involve themselves. So that's where it gets harder because they're not even in the argument, but they just want to be in the argument. And so when that comes, then that's when it creates this atmosphere that all nightclubs are bad, that there's fighting all the time. But it's not really that. We just try to observe, and if we see a tension or anything arising, then we try to minimize the risk from it. If we can, then we will, but we're not always successful. So we're not going to lie and say we're fight free, but we try to be. And that's the thing that matters the most, is when you try.
Now, Ariel,
earlier, love the honesty. Love the honesty.
So early on this week, the government did announce that all workers in the health and education sector are going to need to be fully vaccinated if they want to continue working in those areas. Do you foresee something like that happening in the nightclub industry or your nightclub?
I think it will happen in the industry itself, whether it's our club or not. We think everyone has their own, choice to be vaccinated or not. But whether the government makes it that you have to be vaccinated, we can't do anything about that. And that's the thing that's hard for us, because we're still on the belief that if you want to be vaccinated, then be vaccinated. If you don't, then don't. But the government's bringing, if you don't, then don't go out, stay at home.
Gotcha.
And that's not anything that we can change, because in order for our business to function, we need to follow the government guidelines.
Right. Yeah, you really have been one of, I'm not saying it's because I want everyone to see that it's okay for Pea to go out, and this was not in any way a stunt so that people who I am close with can be like, oh yeah, okay, then I see her point. We'll just keep letting Pea go out. But look,
she's networking, guys.
I'm networking. Look, you've been an absolute gem being on the show, and I wanted to quickly make a shout out to Jules as well. And also to Sangele, your father, also the owner, and I know he's been in the industry for over 20 years. He ran the one, I think, in West Auckland, which I also went to. But, I just wanted to say thank you so much for sharing the positive side of a nightclub, because it is a facility for our people. And I think, if I'm right, I think there's been a few events that can make up to, and I think over 10K per night. So can you imagine how much of this is going back into our community, back in Samoa, to assist with areas that, kind of can't get money to. So this is quite a big amount. So, and also to the musicians. But look, we do have to wrap up. I did have another question, but it's all right. This is probably the question that's going to get me into trouble. So, do you have any final words that you want to share with our viewers, and how can we, the community, support business owners like yourself and help survive?
I think it's not really about us surviving as a business that we're more worried about. It's more of the people that we know and love surviving this pandemic, because it's not just our business that's being affected, it's everyone else. So I think the real thing that everyone needs to do is just back the government, because we have no say. So get tested, if you're positive, stay home. If you're sick, stay home. It's more about doing what we can in order to open the hospitality and all the other businesses that need to open in order to survive, because we're not the only ones. There's more out there. So it's just, doing what you can to help each other. And whether it's staying home, whether it's getting vaccinated, if you don't want to, then don't. It's up to you, really. But if you don't, then it just means everyone stays closed. So it's not just you that's affected by your decision, it's everyone else.
Ariel, I'm just going to say it again. I think you should go for May, because you've got my
so.
vote.
Yeah, you've got my vote too. I think we're going to force all of the Blue Empire to vote for you as well, because I think that you would be perfect here. Seriously, you have been awesome. I'm so glad that, shout out to Georgie. So Georgie is also the host for the Pea and Claudia show, and they actually have...
They have their own version of a nightclub, because he's always playing the coolest tunes.
Music, and they're honestly every
dancing.
So a massive shout out to
We're waiting for our invitation, Georgie, so we can dance with you.
But look, Ariel, I just want to say a massive thank you. You have obviously helped me and so many of the viewers understand and change their mindset with regards to what what club owners actually go through, and how you visioned your club to run like a safe place for our people to go and to network. You also provide sponsorship for so many sports teams and schools. And that's probably something that we also forget. But a massive thank you to Jules for helping me out with this one. Also to Sunny, we do apologize that we couldn't get Sunny on, but we will try and get Sunny at a later stage for the club, Letau Sala Club there in Mangele. Also, I wanted to quickly say a massive shout out to Funnel. Funnel was actually meant to be on. She's actually the owner of Club Royals, which is probably another popular hotspot here in South. But guys, you heard it here. Stay safe, get protected, and guys, we need to get these clubs open ASAP. So hurry up and get your vaccination done. Did you have any final words?
No, I just want to say a huge thank you to you, Ariel. It's been an absolute pleasure having this chat with you and learning all about the nightclub, or the other side of the coin. And also a shout out to Georgie. We'll be seeing you on Facebook Live. We're not going to be breaching. We'll see you Facebook Live at 12 p.m. on PM Rotuma. Yep. It's always a good time there.
Yep, that's right, guys. Don't forget, we've got Lorenzo's show straight after this, so stay tuned. We've got the awesome Fuimaona, joining us from Skopa. And also straight after that, we've got the awesome Asiata, who will be later on at 5 o'clock. Which is probably normally the time that I get ready for the clubs. But never mind, I'm going to go and say hello to Shah, that's somewhere around here, and E.T. No, guys, thank you so much to all of our viewers, to our sponsors. We love you. Have an amazing weekend. Stay in your bubble. God bless.
Tau tua ma le au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale, ma le tele o nisi o matu au nanga i se ese. Ai le ngata foi le, ma tau te sea ke ina fo i lau ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lau tapan. Afai foi vai pa olosa. Awala te pon, ma tu te siapa lah yang foi mau lau tapan. Molo no posila Fiafia. Mua, tape lau ta vale pe out. Nua, tape lau telefoni il time utu ina lau tapan. Male vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo e matua I fasaina lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga pape. Ota Samoa, ore mota mo Samoa. Mado te Fiafia e au na pe mo o Samoa. Maftaila Fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Le whaamama awenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa au tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaawa yaso. Whaonga nei lola na waunanga forward ta ua o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking o le matua I whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni in matua account o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga I Samoa. E ia inga I tahu na whaamalia mo nisi whaamatalanga I le nei au nanga fo. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa I le valu tolu o.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
Ole si tulanga pitusili o le tau. Ole la fo me o le pepa tala o loa. Ona whaanga le whaatau ai o loa e au ngā more ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai la sa so fua tau ai le sia sa. Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana whaatau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua mau le apususi o se wa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie. A me se le wherua I malau telefoni taimi uma. Ai lo le lafo merkes o na inu e tamao re ainga.
Whaftea tu lava le talo pa voucher mo le foi au nang fo whaftai. Ma lua lava le tamu whai.
Whaftai talo pa voucher. Teki talo pa voucher.